And new at 10, he has nothing to do with NASA. A man from Beaumont known as Big Lou is responsible for one of the greatest launches in the history of Texas. Now, Big Lou followed his dream of casting not through, not next to, but over the Astrodome, Jordan.
This is wild. 12 News anchor Nick Canizales shows us how Big Lou let it rip.
Here's my little slice of heaven.
For as long as he can remember, Lou McEachern has been hooked on fishing.
I caught a big stingray here with Mark McDonald, which would have been a state record if we got certified scales, but they weren't any.
It's a collection that has spanned over 30 years.
Well, it takes me back to being young. I wish I could have had a little bit more of that energy back then.
Some are old.
It's the one I won my first national with.
And others, historic. This
is the rod I used to cast over the Astrodome.
Wait, say that again?
This is the rod I used to cast over the Astrodome. 30 years old.
What a scene it is, the Houston Astrodome, where up till now they've played almost every sport in the world.
Every sport except lawn casting.
There is a whole crowd of people out there that don't believe it.
It all started with 3 goals: to set the national record, meet and cast against the world champion,
and I want to cast over the Astrodome.
His fascinating story caught the attention of the Houston Chronicle.
So he made this mock-up on the paper, a picture and all, you saw some of them, that I'm standing there casting.
That picture then caught the attention of Judy McCoy, who was the director of the Houston Boat Show.
I just read this article about you wanting to cast over the dome. Are you serious about it? I said, yes.
So on January 6, 1991, Big Lou traveled to Houston to attempt something no man had ever done before.
Very, very few people thought it'd ever happen. They said, there ain't no way. But there is, and there was.
A man from England made Lou a custom rod that measured 13 feet 8 inches. Now he planned to use a 150-gram lead weight to carry the line across the top of the Astrodome. Now as Big Lou started making his way up the elevator shaft, an Astrodome official turned and asked him,
"You think you can do this?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." Okay. He told little Judy McCoy later that if he would have hesitated at that time, we'd have called it off.
With history in the making,
they gave me one chance into the wind.
Big Lou casted his line over 120 feet in the air, 800 feet long on the other side of the Astrodome roof before it hit and skidded over.
That is victory. I knew it had gone over. I just didn't know how far. I knew it didn't go all the way to the ground because of the line on my reel, but I knew it had gone over and I didn't break any skylights.
So in a place where legends, championships, and iconic moments took place, Big Lou has etched himself into history as the only man in the world to cast a weighted fishing line clear across the top of the Astrodome.
Can you imagine these guys getting to play on this every day? I said, but remember, I got to play on it and over it. So that was pretty neat. The only one that's ever been able to play on top.
What a perspective, and just an amazing story altogether, Jordan.
Yeah, Dick did a great job sharing that. What a reflection. Good for him.